X, 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 Y, forward, forward, shoulder bar, left.
Oh, that's good.
Hello, welcome to Game On, the show that this week didn't use a Johnny.
First time?
It's not, actually. We've done it once or twice before, yeah.
Oh, how's it usually?
Messy. Coming up this week.
Pervy, puerile and politically incorrect. The Duke is back in town and he's desperate for a waz.
The worst game ever made? We asked Cliffy B if Bulletstorm really could get you sent to prison.
And celebrities. Huh. What are they good for?
Well, the odd bit of blindingly obvious gaming advice, apparently.
I would say the most important thing when you're playing a computer game is stay very calm.
First, though, he's been away for 14 years, but Duke Nukem hasn't grown up. From what we've seen of the long-awaited Duke Nukem Forever, the Duke is just as immature, puerile and politically incorrect as ever.
Looks like those alien drank all my beer.
If you're squeamish, prudish, or pretty much any other ish, Duke Nukem isn't going to be the game for you. But with over a decade since the last title, during which first-person shooters have changed beyond recognition, we're asking who exactly is the game for?
Gearbox, the guys behind Borderlands, are clearly depending heavily on the throwback retro value of the Duke Nukem brand. This is not a technologically innovative first-person shooter, in fact quite the opposite. It delights in its retro roots right through to the gameplay.
As you can see, it looks nice, a bit better than 14 years ago, but the FPS mechanics aren't much different, even deliberately shunning recent developments and improvements.
What Duke Nukem does have, though, in spades is a serious sense of humour and a carefree irreverence rarely seen in major titles.
With Borderlands, 2K proved themselves more than capable of populating a darkly funny comic book world with a cutting-edge first-person shooter. The 2009 title was refreshing, rich and engaging, resulting in an addictive, long-lasting gaming experience that we keep going back to.
Now, we haven't played Duke Nukem Forever as much as we'd like. What we have, we've enjoyed, and we really trust 2K and Gearbox to deliver. But with new IPs like Bulletstorm coming out blending sex jokes with new mechanics, we worry there might not be enough to keep us interested for more than a few hours.
It's been so long since the Duke's last outing, many gamers frankly won't have heard of him, and others might have lost interest.
We're excited, though. We grew up with the Duke and have been dying to hit the urinal with him. It's just once we've zipped up our flies and the retro appeal has worn off, we're not convinced there'll be enough to keep us interested. We hope to prove ourselves wrong with a full review very soon.
I'm so glad you're okay.
All right, time for my reward.
Now, it's time to boot up and kick some conservative gaming haters off their high horse of superior morality.
That is to say, leave video game violence alone. We like it just the way it is, thank you very much.
But Fox News have launched a vendetta against the very thing we love by asking if Bulletstorm is the worst video game in the world.
Clearly, they've never played Alone in the Dark. In an online article, Fox couldn't help but express their concern at some of Bulletstorm's skill shots, in particular the ones called topless, which refers to when you cut people in half. So just get rid of the top of them, nothing dirty there. And gangbang, which is killing multiple opponents.
Let's not have any charades.
No,
there,
probably not act that one out. But gangbang, get it.
And the famously strict news outlet said they were universally worried that children as young as 9 would be playing the game and inflicting grotesque violence and sexual profanity onto their tiny, innocent brains.
What Fox don't seem to accept is that small children shouldn't be playing the game in the first place. It will be 18 rated, and rightly so. And also, what on earth is a 9-year-old doing knowing what a gangbang is? I mean, I'm not even sure what it is myself.
I've got some literature outside.
Really?
Pictures.
Sort me out. Well, in an exclusive interview, we put all this to developer Cliffy B, and he gave us his interpretation of what Fox called turning ugly graphic violence into explicit sex acts.
When you look at the violence in Bulletstorm, it's really slapstick type of over-the-top Looney Tunes type violence. It's really hard to look at it and be like, oh wow, that's so upsetting. It's not like a torture porn or something like that.
So nobody show the guy who wrote this article an episode of Roadrunner. Presumably he'd only accused it of inciting violence against coyotes.
Looney Tunes makes me sick.
Disgusting.
Perhaps the most shocking fact in the Fox article was from one of their factioned-in experts, psychologist Carol Lieberman, who said the increase in rapes can be attributed in large part to the playing out of scenes in video games.
What Lieberman failed to check was, well, anything. It seems her factual accuracy was about as realistic as the violence in Bulletstorm.
Oh, nice.
Thanks. See what yeah. In fact, according to Cliffy B, there is nothing in Bulletstorm that should ever be looked at in such a serious way.
It's the whole "why so serious" quote that everyone likes to use. Bulletstorm is a game that requires the player to kill with skill. He has a combination of great body moves, such as kicking enemies up in the air. He can slide at them, he can use an electric leash to pull them towards them and play with them, kind of like a fat kid plays with cake, and then use his amazing weapons, some of the most unique weapons since the original Unreal Tournament, to earn points that you can then spend to get more moves and more weapons to do even more cool stuff.
A fat kid playing with cake. There you go, Fox News. Try and find something wrong with that.
Actually, on second thoughts, probably.
Ultimately, though, this storm will blow over.
Bulletstorm will blow over?
Nice. In fact, it's probably just a storm in a teacup.
Bulletstorm in a teacup.
OK, stop. Bullet, stop.
And if anything, Cliffy B or B Cliff or Cliffy Dog or whatever we're calling him these days will be celebrating the fact that Fox has already given his highly anticipated new release a great big dollop of extra publicity.
Clifford.
Now, we love a good guide to gaming here at Game On, those pearls of wisdom prized from the oysters of celebrity, freshly fished from the showbiz sea.
Wow.
Was that too much?
No,
Felt
no.
it was overwritten a bit.
It is excellent.
It felt like too much.
Anyway, hopefully you remember gold from the likes of Danny Dyer.
Just don't go to bed.
Well, this week we met up with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost promoting their new movie Paul and threw in a quick question about games.
Are you video gamers? Do you like video games?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
What are your top tips? What's your guide to the perfect gaming experience?
Oh, I know this one. XXXY, forward, shoulder bar, left.
Yeah, that's good.
That's for the big cheat.
I'm a big driving game man, so it gives me the chance to drive cars perhaps I'll never own.
What is that cheat for? Is it?
It's so you get the, so Lara can do the snake dance.
Ridiculous. He's clearly joking. Everyone knows the snake dance is hold L2, then press circle, circle, triangle, L1, R1, X, circle, triangle.
Yeah.
Anyway, at a different end of the geek spectrum, we also met up with UK hip-hop trio n-dubz to talk about their new music video made using Little Big Planet 2, and they were kind enough to share some really obvious top tips in their guide to gaming.
Hi, we're n-dubz, and this is our guide to a brilliant gaming experience. First of all, I would say the most important thing when you're playing a computer game is stay very calm, because when people panic and get agitated or angry at the game, you tend to start trying it again, and you'll find that you just start having this really bad luck streak and you're just dying instantly. Die. Stay calm. Sometimes if you're having a bit of a dying streak, don't keep getting angry with the computer and the control. Take a break, go make a cup of tea, come back to it, deep breath, and be very relaxed, and you'll find you do a lot better when you relax. You can focus more.
Hey, what? Give me a number.
No.
Shut up, your butters anyway.
A lot of people that play computer games as they're growing up, they tend to go into the controller like it's a steering wheel type of thing. Like, keep it still, and when you just press left with your thumb, you don't need to go left with your head. So yeah.
A key to a good gaming experience would find the right game. Find the right game that suits you as a person and play that game until it falls apart. That's it. Go for it.
We're n-dubz, and that's our guide to gaming.
And finally, about this new intro we have. Some of you love it, some of you think it's too long. And heck, you might all be right, but we want you to give it one more chance, to look closer, to see not the forest, not even the trees, but the beautiful leaves on those beautiful trees.
Beautiful pixelated leaves. Anyway, we can exclusively reveal that there are no less than 50 computer references in the sequence, and we would like you to have a smash at naming all 50.
It's not compulsory, that would be both impossible to enforce and illegal. But if you do manage to name all 50 and jot them down below, we will congratulate you heartily in next week's show. Did I say congratulate?
Congratulate?
I think I did.
Congratulations! This is going to be one of those competitions where absolutely nobody enters, isn't it?
Yep. Yes, I think it might be. That's it for this week. We're off to take a pair of scissors to the thing we love the most.
Are you converting?
What? No, I was just going to edit down the intro sequence.
Oh.
More gaming godlessness next week. James.
Absolutely nothing.
Say it again.
And celebrities. What are they good for?
Did that work? No. Try it once more.
And celebrities. What are they good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Boy.
You definitely look taller than me today. Is it?
Look at the.
Cubans.
Yeah.
Snuck them in.
Yeah, well, you know.
Tom Cruise. You and Tom Cruise both have beards.
Fact.
Yeah, once more, but just tighter.